Austin, just first on tonight, you hit a lot of big shots late. Hit the three to go up, and trying to defend on the other end. What was that like for you? Coming through, but then watching Denver also converting, and just the back and forth of that mentally.
I just thought it was high-level basketball, and at the end of the day, they got the last shot to win it. Jamal hit a tough fadeaway over me, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough to think about right now. Obviously frustrated, but it was a lot of high-level basketball there towards the end, and pretty much this whole series.
I'm sure it's tough to answer a bigger picture question, but did you learn anything about the composition of this team? Really going back to the Western Conference Finals last year, now this series, makes some progress, but they still win 4-1. As you can think about going forward as a Laker.
Like just in the stuff that we need to do better, or like.
Take it, yeah. Just however you want to take it. You as an individual, you as a team, moving forward.
Personally, in this moment, I'm frustrated with myself. Not really playing well the first couple games, and even into that game 3. I wasn't good enough. I hold myself to a high standard because I believe in myself. And those first couple games, I didn't do what I needed to do to help us, win one of those 2 or 2 of those 3. And yeah, I'll think about that all summer and train to be better and try to come back and, like I said, be better next year.
Austin, I guess you and AD are 2 of the more significant players to be under contract. We know moving forward, and there's some options ahead for LeBron and D'Lo in particular, as some of the more impactful players. Have you guys had any discussions about, even not necessarily post-game today, but about what the future of this team looks like and wanting to stay together and just kind of how do you view this group moving forward?
For me, I just really enjoy being around these guys. You could go down the list, and everybody on our team is a joy to be around. I've spoken about it a billion times about my relationship with D'Lo off the court, or golf a lot together, and then obviously Bron and AD as well. They're I consider them my friends. So as long as I can play alongside one of them, if there's anything I can do to help that be possible, that's what I'll do, because I believe in what we have, and I believe that with another summer of getting better, and then preseason we could make some noise.
A couple of people brought up the idea of health as being kind of the one thing that really went against your favor this season. With that, do you think there's enough here to do what the Lakers are always looking to do in terms of win championships?
I mean, health is a part of the game. I don't think you'll ever see a team go through a full season and have no issues, no guys have time out. But I think that also, builds you together at the same time too. There was nights where Bron and AD were out, or just Bron, or just AD, or D'Lo, and you have to come closer to achieve winning. And we did that multiple times this year. But yeah, I think fully healthy, we have a really good squad. It just wasn't enough this year.
Austin, I know you don't like talking about your game and kind of individual stuff, but you had a big summer. Last summer, you entered the season with a lot of expectations, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of attention. How was this season for you, and how would you kind of assess just your 3rd year in the NBA overall?
Like you said, it was a long year, making the run into the Western Conference Finals, and then playing for the USA team and the FIBA stuff, and then diving right back into it after that. There was a lot of up and downs this year, and one thing I'll say about myself is I'll never give up. I think before game 15 this year, I was moved to the bench. So there was a lot of things that, happened this year that, you had to be mentally tough to get through. You got to fight your way through it. And, that's one thing I'll give myself credit for is, I never folded. I never, felt sorry for myself. Obviously, there's frustrations, but I woke up every single day and went to work and, tried to get better and tried to help our team win. And that's all I care about is winning. And, obviously there's things that, I can always do better to help us win. But, every single night I go out there on the court, that's my main goal is to win. And at the end of this year, obviously today, I can say that, that's what I did.
Back to tonight's game, how do you describe what you saw from AD in the third quarter? How scary was it, how playing through that injury and how much that changed you guys? It seemed like that's when Denver got back right into it.
Yeah, I mean, I've spoke about it a billion times about how important AD is for us. We have so much, so many guys that are talented and can do many things, but without AD, we aren't anywhere close to what we, were or want to be. His presence offensively, his presence defensively, I think more times than not gets overlooked. I don't know why, but what he does for us is incredible. And tonight, when he went down, first thing you want your brother to be okay. And then, you could tell throughout the whole third quarter, fourth quarter, it was bothering him, but there wasn't anything that was going to keep him off the court. And you tip your hat to a soldier like that. And, I ain't got nothing but love and appreciation for him. Appreciate y'all.
Angelo, how do you try to put the disappointment of a losing games like this and ultimately a series like this to a team second straight year when maybe the gap was closer in many of the games? How do you handle that as a player when you enter an off season and what's the kind of frustration versus just how you're going to feel usually?
I mean, you deal with it now and then tomorrow it's over. So for me, I left it all on the table every game. Shots fall, no shots, whatever. I didn't half-ass it, so I can live with that.
Have you given any initial thought to what's going to come next and kind of your time with the Lakers since the trade happened last year going into your option for next year?
No.
D'Angelo, this series, it was 4-1, but obviously you guys had your chances in every game, and I think there was a stat that you may have led for more minutes than the Nuggets did in the entire series. What was this group able to do to reach a higher level of playing as the season went on? And do you think it's the type of group that, if given more time, can even get even higher and be the type of team that wins the championship?
I think throughout the season we got better, even with all the injuries or whatnot that kind of set us back. Guys came alive. If it was AR, obviously Brian and AD do their thing. If it's myself, guys had spurts throughout the season that kind of gave us energy, gave us a new light, gave us some positive reinforcement, whenever we were down. So for us, I think as far as if we'll be better the longer we're together next year, the year following. I think that's something you got to have a core group of guys, core coach, and you practice continuity and things like that from day one. I don't think that's just something you just throw a group of guys together and figure it out. So I don't know.
D'Lo, you were open about dealing with adversity at various points this season, but you obviously overcame that and had a monster second half of the year. Just looking back on the totality of everything, how do you view this season and what you feel like you proved?
Oh, hell of a year by D'Angelo. Humbly saying that, through the ups and downs, through all the whatever you want to call it, never bothered me. Always kept myself sane. And when I look at my phone, my family, my friends, my circle, is texting me, telling me how proud they are of me. So for me, that's all I need. I don't need anything else.
D'Lo, I know you said you haven't given much thought to the player option, but what are you do you know what you're looking for in terms of next season, in terms of situation, or just what will appeal, I guess, to D'Angelo Russell for the 2024-25 season?
I mean, I didn't say I don't think about it. I just, when I signed my contract last year, I knew what position I was going to put myself in. So to be in that position now with a little leverage, I'll try to take advantage of it.
Cool.
Rui, in a series like this where just there were so many different pivotal moments and things were tight pretty much throughout, what did you think was the biggest difference in Denver coming through and winning the 4 out of the 5 games?
I mean, yeah, just since I think the last years, we've been struggling against them. We tried a lot of different stuff and try to adjust, but they're a really good team, and we finally got one yesterday, 2 days ago. But yeah, they're just very experienced team, and we just couldn't beat them. So yeah, it was a tough one. It's the same thing as last year. We lost them, and then we ended the season. So yeah.
How do you track your season as an individual and coming through this playoff series as you now enter an off season? And where do you think the key will be for you heading into next year?
I think first like 30 games, I was an injury and all that, so I was in and out the rotation, and finally got back, and we kind of started rolling, and we had a good stretch like last 40 games or something before this playoff game. So I think what we said that we've been building these chemistries, and I think we got better for sure since last year. But that this playoff, we faced the championship team, and we couldn't beat them. But I think we got something from this year, so we just gotta keep building it and just go for the next year.
Rui, we came into this season with you telling us about spending your summer working out with LeBron and kind of the understudy role. How has that relationship been meaningful to you, and what is this team without LeBron? If he makes a decision to either move on from the Lakers or move on from basketball?
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough question. I don't know. I never thought about that, but just last year, like you said, I spent a lot of time with him, work out with him, especially with him. I feel like he don't really work out with the people, the guys. So I was really appreciate the time and the energy he spent with me, and I learned a lot of stuff, and I think I was able to do that this season. I kind of watch him closely and work out with him. It made me more confident, and just the whole season, throughout the season, I think me and his chemistry too, got much better than last year. I feel like, I see his basketball, IQ and all that. So, yeah, it's an honor to be around with him, in his journey, and playing with him. Yeah.
Rui, you guys went 19-6 entering the playoffs with the current starting lineup. You led the 19-6 with the current starting lineup, entering the playoffs.
Okay.
You led this series for almost 70% of the series. What do you feel like you guys showed over these last 2-3 months in terms of just the ceiling and what you guys could be next season if you do end up staying together?
Yeah, I think this is the team, we can be the championship, we just gotta, keep building it, it's like you guys see all the teams like winning, they've been building for years, and, I know, it's just it depends on the team, just every team has a different situation, but, those are the ones winning. So we just got to keep building it. I think we just like you said, this past 30 games, whatever, we had a great stretch. I think we beat most of the teams in the league except them, and just our chemistry was so good. I think playing with these guys, I had really fun. Just on the court with them, off the court, it's just I felt very comfortable around with these guys, and I had fun. So I think we have a lot of chance next year too. I think we're in the right track. I feel like.
Rui, kind of on that note, just playing, you mentioned this, I think, last time we spoke to you in LA, how Denver's continuity, they're able to solve things because of that. Just playing them the last couple of times over the past 2 postseasons, and even how you guys finished this season with the continuity, does that give you confidence that if you guys do come back together, you guys can
for sure
just compete at the level you expect to or hope to?
No, for sure, yeah. We just, I think we are, most of the game we were right there. Just little stuff, it didn't work out, but I felt more comfortable and confident compared to last year. When we played in the West Conference final, I think this year we are more comfortable to play against them. So yeah, we just gotta, try to beat them every time we see them from now on. It's just is the thing, unless we beat them, we can't go to final. So we can be the champions. So we gotta focus on that for sure.